Our High Holy Day liturgy is filled with imagery. Among the most familiar to us are those which speak of our pleas to be inscribed in the Book of Life, and of our apprehension at the approaching closing of the gates. Hi, I'm Lynn Schwartz, president of Temple Beth David, and because I can't be with you on these high holy days, I'd like to take a few moments now to talk with you about those familiar metaphors. For many of us, prayers for inclusion in the Book of Life are among our most fervent. We are compelled to look at the year just past, to examine our deeds, and to examine ourselves. Yet those very same prayers also demand that we look ahead. We ask ourselves not only how we may have fallen short of who we want to be, but also of how we can do more and be more to manifest the very best parts of ourselves. Often, we devote these sorts of reflections to our relationships, like those with our families and our friends. But a larger community beckons us as well, and it is to be found right here, with the members of our Temple Beth David family. And so we must also ask ourselves what more each of us can do to make that family stronger and more secure, to empower it to affect and touch the lives of more people, to envelop everyone in its richness and in its warmth. And as we reach the Yom Kippur Ne'ilah service, as the shadows of the day grow long and ever darker, we pray not to be left behind at the closing of the gates, but to be able to approach them with the heartfelt intention of being and doing more that is noble and uplifting, and of then being granted passage through those gates to the sweetness of a good year. But those prayers too impel us to turn our eyes to what lies ahead. What is it that awaits us on the other side of the gates, and as they close behind us, to what can we look forward? What of our heartfelt intentions? Beyond our families and our friends, what faces of our Temple Beth David family and what images of our synagogue home do we see on the far side of the gates? The answers to those questions may seem daunting, but they needn't be. We can begin to form them with small steps, one at a time. Can we volunteer to serve on just one committee, or maybe one more? Can we attend just one or two more Shabbat services than we did last year? Do we help to make the minyan on weeknights when our friends and neighbors need to chant the Kaddish? Can we do so at least one evening a month, or perhaps one evening a week? Will we take one of the classes taught by our clergy, and why not two? When we read a notice of bereavement, do we visit the Shiva home